What if everything you believe about Michael Jackson's death is a lie? What if the king of pop, the master of transformations, had staged his final performance, his own death? A ridiculous theory? Or just another stroke of genius from someone who spent his entire life reinventing himself? Today, you're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of the greatest pop star the world has ever known. And together, we'll explore why thousands of people believe he faked his own death, the alleged sightings, the fate of the doctor involved in the overdose, shocking autopsy revelations, and the hidden secrets buried in the mysterious cover of the album Dangerous. So make sure to subscribe now to Brugger Filmes, turn on notifications, and leave your like, because this intriguing story is about to begin. On June 25th, 2009, around noon, a call was made to emergency services, 911. But something about that call sounded very strange. It was Michael's personal assistant calling emergency services. His voice was almost robotic. No panic, no urgency. "He's not breathing. He's unconscious," the assistant said. At that moment, Dr. Conrad Murray, recently hired by Michael Jackson with an exorbitant salary, was performing chest compressions on the bed, defying medical protocols that state CPR must be done on a hard surface. A trusted doctor or the executor of an elaborate plan? Paramedics arrived in about 9 minutes, and the ambulance quickly left Michael Jackson's Beverly Hills mansion. But was Michael really inside? A single photo is captured by a paparazzo, showing a body covered by a white sheet inside the ambulance, but something just doesn't seem to add up. Experts claim that the position of the body inside the ambulance didn't match medical protocols, and that the vehicle itself didn't follow the standard design of Beverly Hills ambulances. No images of Michael Jackson inside the hospital were ever released, and no press conference took place right away. Everything felt suspicious. They claimed that by the time he arrived, he was already clinically dead. But who actually saw the body besides the doctor? When the autopsy report was released, even more questions began to surface. The report stated the body was extremely thin, only 50 kilograms for someone 1.78 meters tall. Traces of 6 different drugs were found: propofol, lorazepam, midazolam, diazepam, lidocaine, and epinephrine. And in one section of the document, the name appears as Michael Joseph Jackson, while in others, it's written as Michael Joe Jackson. To this day, no official autopsy photo has ever been released. And at the funeral, a closed, sealed casket. No fan ever saw the body. But then, a strange figure appeared. Many claimed it was Michael Jackson himself, disguised as a blonde woman, secretly watching the end of his own funeral. So, could Michael Jackson have orchestrated a plan to escape the spotlight and live a private life? He certainly never lacked creativity. Since childhood, Michael hid behind characters. In his music videos, he became a werewolf, a zombie, a robot, a ghost, just like in real life, constantly transforming his appearance. Michael was fascinated by metamorphosis. He used to say that if he hadn't become a singer, he would have been a magician. He was a huge fan of David Copperfield, one of the most famous illusionists in the world, who eventually became a close friend. In interviews, Copperfield revealed that Michael had a deep interest in the power of illusion, both on stage and in life. Michael often wore disguises to go to the movies, to the grocery store, even to visit his own museum in Las Vegas. Could the king of disguise have been trying to warn us that he would one day fake his own death? Did Michael Jackson leave clues hidden in his lyrics, his project names, and the covers of his albums? This Is It, the name of his final show, has always intrigued fans. This Is It felt more like a final farewell, not the name of a comeback tour. And during the announcement, he said it himself. This is the final curtain call. In the song Morphine, from the album Blood on the Dance Floor, Michael sings about the use of propofol, the very substance that would later be linked to his death. But why would the biggest entertainer on the planet fake his own death? There was no shortage of reasons. relentless media persecution, millions in debt, and some even claim that Michael was receiving threats from rapper P. Diddy. And there's more. If Michael died right before the start of what was set to be the most profitable tour in history, he would be financially saved, securing billions for his heirs. In other words, he'd make far more money dead than alive. After Michael Jackson's funeral, reports of sightings began to emerge. In 2010, a tourist filmed a man who looked just like Michael in a Las Vegas casino. Other sightings and videos started appearing from all over the world. Many were proven to be fake, created by companies to generate engagement for campaigns and products. Up to this point, the only truth we have is that Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009 at the age of 50, the result of cardiac arrest caused by anesthetic intoxication. Some photos have circulated online, claiming to be official images from Michael Jackson's autopsy. But their authenticity has never been confirmed. Still, it raises the question, what would Michael look like today, at over 65 years of age? With advanced vitiligo, the marks of time, and perhaps even more plastic surgeries, one thing would remain the same: his eyes, still unmistakable. Dr. Conrad Murray, Michael Jackson's personal physician, was accused of involuntary manslaughter for improperly administering propofol as a treatment for insomnia. In November of 2011, he was convicted for gross medical negligence. The sentence, 4 years in prison. However, he served only 2, released in 2013 for good behavior. After leaving prison, he lost his medical license in several U.S. states. Burdened by legal debts and unable to practice medicine in the United States today, Conrad Murray lives in Trinidad and Tobago, his home country in the Caribbean, just north of Venezuela. He is now 72 years old. Dangerous, the hidden message of Michael Jackson. In 1991, Michael Jackson released the album Dangerous. The cover took 6 months to complete and was created by artist Mark Ryden, a work filled with esoteric imagery, with clear references to Freemasonry and the occult. Let's quickly explore some of the most controversial elements hidden in the artwork. At the top, Michael's eyes staring through a mask. Above them, a monkey about to be crowned by cherubs, alluding to the imitation of man, a false king. Further down, a gathering of strange beings, including an elephant with a broken tusk and the number 9 on its forehead, likely referencing Michael's family, 6 brothers and 3 sisters. Next to Michael's head, the classic theatrical masks, symbols of dual personality. There are so many symbols and hidden messages, we could spend hours decoding them. But let's finish by focusing on the entrance to what looks like a haunted funhouse, leading to an eerie hallway showing Michael as a child. The all-seeing eye, a symbol of Freemasonry. And the twin pillars, Jachin and Boaz, mentioned in the Bible, once standing at the entrance of Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. In the background, gears and industrial structures, representing mass control. The entire cover seems to portray a theater of global manipulation, where Michael was just a piece, desperately trying to break free. For some, this artwork is a coded manual, a warning from Michael Jackson. Maybe Dangerous wasn't just a title. Maybe it was a message. Michael was always surrounded by mystery, and faking his own death may have been his greatest performance of all. So tell us, do you believe the King of Pop is still alive, hiding somewhere in the world, undergoing plastic surgeries, and building a life far from the spotlight? Let us know what you think. We want to hear your theory. We make it a point to reply to every comment. And don't forget to check out our 3D videos, where we uncover the mystery behind Princess Diana's tragic crash, reveal the mechanical failures that led to Ayrton Senna's fatal accident, revisit the rescue of the Titanic, and so much more. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with your friends. Brugger Filmes, extraordinary stories brought to life for you.